so I'm planning on making a 16 episode series all the way up until the birth. So I think in 3 days I'm 27 weeks. And if I compare my belly to a lot of women that are 27 weeks, it is huge. This is 36 weeks and 3 or 4 days, I'm not sure. It is pretty damn huge, isn't it? Look at this. When I hold it in. I just took a shower, but then he moves so much that I can't move because it's so painful. Wow. Isn't this the cutest? Because this is the summer in the Netherlands. I bought all kinds of like paint and drawing, coloring books and stickers and stuff, so he can just enjoy himself inside, because this is the worst summer ever, so I want to make sure he's still entertained. But this is also something so funny about him. He hates dirty hands, so I bought him some clay, like Play-Doh. He takes something and like stabs the Play-Doh and then he walks around with it, but he doesn't want to touch it with his hands. Like, he hates dirty hands. If he has paint on his hands, he will stop and he waits for me to take it off his hands, and then he continues again. It's the funniest thing. He just, look, he avoids the paint on his hands at all times. I also had that like the finger painting where they start with when they're really young. They have like a little shirt with it, so their clothes don't get dirty. He didn't want to wear the shirt, and he did not want to touch the paint with his hand. So the first thing I did afterwards that I saw that, I bought him some brushes. Okay, but we are filming a full day of food today because a lot of you requested it. I was in my DM, it was below my YouTube videos, it was when I was doing a Q&A, and I understand why, because I also told you about how important it is for your milk supply to eat good. And today is not the best start because it's 10:41 and I haven't eaten yet because I was really busy with cleaning the house. Cuz took Jax. We didn't have any bread, so I wanted to have like a full refrigerator and a clean kitchen before we started. So here we are. Normally my day with food begins at like 8 or 7 in the morning. I am starving right now because I really wanted to share everything I eat, so I didn't want to start without you guys. So let's go. Okay, so I would normally start with a slice of bread because I pump at 6 in the morning already, and right now I'm already almost 45 minutes too late to pump. I already feel it. It's really painful. So I'll just make a quick slice of bread with, this is like, what is it, hummus? Yeah. Oh, your hands are dirty again. Oh no. And this is Spanish sausage, but then vegetarian. Jax loves this one. Yeah. I can't put too much on it or else he can't eat with me because it's spicy. I just cleaned the kitchen, by the way, so don't worry. So, die and die. Okay. Whoa, okay. So now I'm gonna pump my milk, and afterwards I'm probably gonna be directly hungry again, so I'll show you again what I eat. And now it is time for a shake because I really need some protein in my body. And this is just the easiest way, especially the fastest way to get my protein in. Healthy fats and some fruit actually. I just put 100 milliliters of oat milk and then I put like 300 milliliters of water. So I literally do this every single day and sometimes twice a day if I just notice that I didn't get enough protein in. It's just so easy. I really recommend adding a shake to your schedule daily. Even if you don't train, because I'm not training yet, so that really doesn't matter. It's just such a convenient way to get your protein in and it's so easy to track as well.
So you're eating a pumpkin pie flavor.
Yeah, and it's actually finally restocked again. When we started working together, it's the first flavor I asked and it was sold out for like the first 3 or 4 months that I was working with them. So when they finally restocked it, they sent it to me. I was so happy because it's one of those things that when I was in America, I really, really liked. Even like the grocery store version, so like the really cheap version. That's it, super easy, clean, definitely recommend it. So we're just gonna have pizza as lunch, homemade pizza. The crust or the bottom is the crust. It's made of, what is it? 37% veggies, so that's already a win. And then we're adding some veggies, tomato sauce. Well, you filmed the ingredients so you can see exactly what goes in. This way you can kind of like make sure it's not too fatty, you know, like when you order a pizza, you have no clue what is in it, you have no clue how much calories there are in it. So like this, you can really manage exactly what you want. Do you want to add more protein? Do you want to add more vegetables? It's all possible. And it's a nice, easy way to still have your kid eat healthy while it's still a pizza. So the crust went in for 3 minutes. Then we put some vegetables on. Some onions. You can literally randomly put whatever you have in your house. Like I never really plan on making these things, so I don't buy, like I always have some pasta sauce because this is the first time we actually use pizza sauce. Normally we just use normal pasta sauce. And I just throw on everything that we got.
Some little mozzarella.
See. Jaxie's mouth is watering, Daddy's mouth is watering. I hear you all swallowing. Mock beef on there. Oh.
And a little for the dead homies.
Some oregano. We don't have that much anymore. Oh my god. Just have this for 2 pizzas. And then the finishing touch, yes.
Pizza cheese.
Yes. Also, you can just use whatever. And we put this one in for like 10 minutes and then we're ready to go and we're gonna top it off with some rucola.
Did you at one point have like an obsession with food?
Oh yeah.
During your fitness career?
Oh my god, yes. The cheat days, I took that really serious.
You were serious
like,
about your cheat day.
Really serious. I'm talking about don't bother me on cheat day because I'm gonna eat exactly what I want. And I want that and nothing else because then I would make sure to get in exactly what I was craving. Which is terrible because you're gonna overeat. You're gonna overeat like crazy.
Did you ever puke?
Oh yeah, many times actually because I have I puke really easy whenever I have like something in my system that's not right, like food poisoning or something. I'll puke like for a week. Whenever I overate, I would just binge and I would be so full and like I would wait for it to go down and like 3 hours after I had the meal I would still be so nauseous that if I would just stand up and walk it would just come out. So that happened quite a few times.
Would you ever consider doing a 10K challenge?
it's impossible for me. Absolutely never, ever. It would be absolutely impossible. I would just throw up in between meals. Like my body can't take that kind of things.
What's your favorite cheese?
Probably all Italian things. Desserts like tiramisu, those are the things that I really, really like. Pizza, good pasta, cannolis.
Cannolis.
My weakness. This is why I could never be with an Italian man that has an Italian family that cooks Italian, because I would be fat as fuck.
Watching sitcoms, cooking, eating chips.
I'm so hungry, but I wanted to wait for Jax to be to bed before I started this journey, because Jax is having a serious off day or an off week, and I didn't feel like trying to cook with him around and filming it. So I had to take some chips. Okay, but what we're gonna make is the thing that your mom sometimes makes, and I still forget the name. It's like an Italian dish with a lot of eggplant, and the rest I completely forgot what was in it, so I'm just winging it. A lot of garlic. It's like 5 cloves of garlic cloves, a red onion, yellow bell pepper, red bell pepper, and 1.5 eggplant. And then we are changing the rice for this one, and this is made from
Red lentils.
what is this
Chickpeas.
again? Chickpeas, yes. And why am I doing that? Because this actually has like 12 grams of protein per serving. So that is great, because we're gonna eat this burger with it, and this only has, I think, like 10 grams of protein in it. Normally you have like a meat replacement that at nighttime that is like 20 grams of protein. So right now I'm just kind of balancing it out with that. We're just gonna slow cook it with, this is just tomato. I'm just gonna make the flavor with lots of garlic, chili powder, and some salt and normal pepper. Cook that up nice, and it's gonna be super healthy. This is my guilty pleasure every single day since I was pregnant, and I kept doing this after pregnancy. I don't know what it is, and I only want this brand. So it's the house brand of supermarket Albert Heijn. I share everything I eat with Jax, literally everything, and this is the one thing that I do not want to share. So at nighttime it's this one, and this is the second thing that I crave. Also the entire pregnancy, or the last couple of months of pregnancy, and still the same thing, just these chippies, and that's it. Potato chips. There is one more thing I'm gonna eat, and that is the peanut butter jelly sandwich right before I go to bed at 10 o'clock. We had a long night.
Yep.
You had a long night because you just couldn't sleep, and I had a long night because this little fella needed to eat or make sound every hour or so. So we're absolutely both exhausted. So I showed you guys what I eat in a day, and it definitely varies with me. Some days I'm more hungry, I don't know why, and sometimes I just eat a little less, but in general it always consists of 2 pieces of bread, a shake, warm lunch, and dinner. And of course always the ice cream at nighttime. Those are the things that I generally eat. And the lunch, I understand if you're working and stuff, you can't have that type of lunch. So what I also do a lot of times is when I just make more dinner at nighttime, and I'll eat it in the afternoon, because I just really feel that it helps with my production if I get like full meals in, instead of just a slice of bread, or you know, like the simple things that really don't have that much nutrients to it. We also sometimes eat a burger which has like 20 grams of protein in it, and then I have some tomato and lettuce on it or something like that. But there's always like a warm lunch always. It's just so much better. The world is a better place when you have warm lunch and dinner. If you want any recipes that you maybe saw someday or on my stories or whatever, please let me know and I'll share the recipe with you. Hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up. See you next time.